Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob. With me, Rob Biddulph. That's the cartoon version of me. There's another one here. Hang on, where is it? There it is, me and Ringo. Look, there we are, in the front of the brand new My First Draw with Rob Vehicles book, full of every single vehicle that you can ever imagine, including a little truck called Tumble. So if you like things that go, check that one out. Now I'm an author. Oh, nearly dropped that. I'm an author and an illustrator. My latest picture book is called I Follow the Fox. It's a bit of a wintry one, this. All about a little boy who loses his toy fox. Look, there's some really nice, if I do say so myself, some of the nicest drawings that I've done, I think, in this book. I really like this one of this little meadow. I'm going to show you a little secret thing in this book. Can you see there's this lost cat sign here? Flo the cat. Look. There's Flo. And this story, quite often I do this in my picture books, I sort of run a second story throughout. So you can see this chap here with his lost cat sign, so he's looking for his cat. And as you sort of follow through the book, you keep spotting the cat in various little places. And look, at the end, I'm just giving you a little spoiler here, but look at the end. He finds his cat, yay! Anyway, that's I Follow the Fox. Maybe you have seen... my chapter books, the Peanut Jones books. Now I think if I do this right, they should just about all fit on your screen. There we go. All three Peanut Jones books. My very first chapter books that I've written. Although I have written the first in a brand new series which is out. Well, it's probably out in about a year's time, something like that. But I'm very excited for you to see that. But in the meantime, these are the Peanut Jones books and look at them. They're heavily illustrated, these books, all about a little girl who finds a magic pencil and her dad's missing and has all sorts of adventures in an illustrated world. But look, ooh, loads of pictures. I'll show you. You might as well go all the way through them. Here we go. Heavily illustrated. I'm very proud of them. I think you might like them. Right. Should we do a drawing? You're here to do a drawing, not to me to bang on about my books all the time, right? And today we are going to be doing a drawing of an otter. Now, I have had so many requests for otter drawings. They are unbelievably cute. Do you know what? I don't know if I've ever seen one in the wild. Have you guys ever seen one in the wild? I think they're sort of famously very shy and very hard to spot in the wild. They're not very big either. I think I've seen one. I was down in Cornwall once and we went to this really amazing kind of seal sanctuary and there were some otters that lived down there and I saw one there. But I think that's the only, that's sort of wild but sort of not. But that's the only one time I've ever seen one. So I'd be interested to hear whether you guys have actually seen a real one. But one thing's for sure, they are super, super cute. And lots of you have asked me to draw one. So today I'm going to show you how to draw an otter. So what you're going to need, a piece of paper, a pen or a pencil. You will need something to colour with a bit later, or you can just shade it in with your pencil. It's totally up to you. But I think I should stop talking and start drawing. Shall I do that? Okay. So if you haven't watched one of these videos before, this is how it works. I'm going to break this drawing of an otter down into bite-sized pieces. So that means I will just draw a line or a shape, something quite small. Then you can pause the video and copy what I do. Then start me up again, I'll draw a bit more, copy what I do. I draw, you draw. I draw, you draw. I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw. By the end, before you know it, we will have drawn a very cute picture of an otter. Now listen, don't worry guys if yours doesn't look exactly like mine. It's not meant to. You can't help but put a bit of yourself into your drawing. And so your drawing is going to look totally different to everybody else in the world's drawing. And that's the way it should be. Art is an individual thing. You are going to put your own personality into your drawing. The worst thing you can do is I wouldn't even rub your lines out, just keep on drawing. Certainly don't screw your piece of paper up to start again. Keep on going. I find that when I think I've made a mistake, it's actually those mistakes that add character to my drawing. We don't want them to be too perfect. Right, let's do this, shall we? The very first thing that I want you to do, you're not going to know which bit of the otter that I'm doing yet, but the first thing that I want you to do, right in the middle of your page, I want you to do a little U shape, like that. I know, funny start, isn't it? And the next thing I want you to do is join up those two lines at the top of the U shape, but I want you to join them up with 3 little bumps, like that. And if you thought that was a strange start to drawing an otter, we're going to do exactly the same to the left. So we're going to do the U shape again. Try and keep it pretty much the same size. And then again, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I've got my brush pen today. I usually use my brush pen, don't I? But you can see it changes the thickness of the lines, which I really like that. It's a really nice little effect, I think. Right, the next thing I want you to do, I want you to leave a space, about the same space as the height of these little funny shapes here, and I want you to draw like a curved line immediately above those two shapes. So slightly curving up at each end. Just neaten that up. See, you might have thought that was a mistake. I just keep on drawing. Then what I want you to do, at this end, we're just going to curve upwards. And we're going to do the same at that end. We're going to go along, we're just going to curve upwards again. And then we're going to go all the way around the top. To create a sort of shape like that. The next thing that I want you to do, we're going to join these shapes up now. So I want you to draw a line going from the far right bump straight up like that. And then again over here, straight up like that. And then this bit, now I want you to imagine that line carries on through that shape, comes out the other side, and we're just going to curl it around to the left. I'm going to go quite a long way down. Let's go to about there. Then imagine this line carrying on through. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to join them up in a sort of point. Well, actually not a point, we'll curve it around a bit. So we're going to go, so it's quite narrow, and then we'll just curve it around. So maybe now you might be starting to see a little otter shape, but maybe not, because there's something that I haven't told you yet, but I will tell you momentarily. Right, the next thing I want you to do, so if that's the sort of center point of our shapes here, I want you to go slightly to the right, and we're going to come diagonally down to the left. We're just going to curve around like that. So like a number 6 shape, but we don't quite join up the number 6. Okay? And we're going to do, guess what? It's a very symmetrical drawing, apart from that shape going to the left. This is very symmetrical. We're going to do exactly the same, but a mirror image. So we come down and we go around. And again, we stop there, so like a backward 6 this time. They should really be the same size, but why not? But remember what I said, that doesn't really matter. It's not going to be perfect. Now what I want you to do, I want you to do a little diagonal line there. And then we're just going to turn around and we're going to go back into our shape like that. So it's like a little triangle. Same on the other side. Up, down. Then we're just going to do a little line coming down from under there, going across, and then going sort of back up there. Okay, the next thing I want you to do, in this top shape, about 1 centimetre from the bottom, I just want you to do an oval. And this time we're going to colour our oval in. Wow, there's a lot of ink there. My pen is letting out lots of ink at the moment. That's fine. I'm going to change to a slightly different pen now. Then coming down from that egg shape, we're going to do a little J shape, like so. And then we're going to do a mirror image J going the other way, so it's like a little W with a tall bit in the middle. So you can probably tell now that this is our otter's head. I've done the nose and the little mouth. This is the otter's body. These are his or her rear feet, and they're kind of pointing up straight towards us. So these are the soles of the feet. And then these two little shapes here are the little arms. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the secret I was keeping from earlier. This otter, we are looking straight down at this otter as he or she swims along in a river. So the otter is lying on their back and they're swimming along, doing the backstroke on the river. Okay, so you have to imagine they're in the river and our camera is just hovering above the river. So what I want you to do next, just above this little nose that we've just drawn, I want you to do a curved line follows the nose around, and then you're just going to disappear off to the side, to both sides in fact, like that. And I am going to add some whiskers and things, but I'm going to do that after I've done the colouring in, because I want to colour this in quite a pale colour, you see, and if I do the dots then I have to colour around those dots, otherwise it might smudge, so it's easier to colour in first and then do the dots afterwards. And you know what? The same thing can be said of the eyes and the eyebrows. I'm going to leave them for now. It sounds strange, but I am, because I don't want to do any smudging. But what I will do is add some little otter ears, and we're going to put them up in this corner, and they're only small, like little teddy bear ears. So we draw two little shapes like that in each kind of corner of the head, and then with my thinner pen I do two more shapes like so. And you know what, that is where I'm going to leave it now, and I'm going to go and do some colouring, and then I will talk to you about the colouring. And we've got a few important little details to add, not least the whiskers, the eyes and the eyebrows, but there's a few other details, because remember what I said, this otter is doing backstroke along the river, so we're going to add some details around the otter to make it look like he's swimming in some water. Okay, I'm going to do that when I'm doing the colouring in, and I'll talk to you about it afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to go into super speed mode to colour, so I will see you back here in about 20 seconds, right? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so there is my otter. Now, hopefully you can now get a bit more of a handle on what I was talking about this camera looking down from above, a bit like my camera is right now, filming this video, on an otter in the river, doing backstroke, swimming along on his back. So what I've done, I've added this sort of bluey green colours, like in ripples. Can you see that sort of ripple effect going around the otter? Now, sometimes, we've done this before, you don't need to colour in all of the background, you just need to do a few little bits here and there, these little kind of bubble bits. In fact, let me just get a lighter colour green as well and add a few more of these little bubbles, just sort of disappearing off, sort of fading out towards the edge, and that just suggests that the background is water. That combined with the kind of the ripples and the colour, and I just think it works really, really effectively. And the way that I've shaded in my otter, so I've done a little light patch kind of on each foot like that, and the light bit there and a bit of a tummy, but I've sort of added these little black lines to suggest that kind of nice slick fur that otters have, and I've made it a bit three-dimensional, so I've done a darker shaded area sort of behind each foot and under the chin there, just to lift the feet forward and lift the head forward a little bit. So I often do that sort of thing, don't I? I decide that the light's coming in from one side and then I shade accordingly. But we still got a few little details to add to bring our otter to life. First thing I want you to do, in these little gaps just above the mouth, I want you to add 4 little dots on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just for little whiskers. But we're also going to add whisker lines as well, because I have nice long whiskers. I'm going to do them coming right from the cheek. So I'm going to do 1 going out there, 1 going there, and 1 there. So maybe just sort of 3 on each side. Little whiskers, and then the eyes we're going to put sort of either side of the nose in these areas here. And we're just going to do dots. 1 dot, 2 dot, and as if by magic, look, our cute little otter is now awake. And if we add the eyebrows right up here, so a long way above the eyes, it just adds to the cuteness of our little otter. So there we go. What do you think? Pretty easy, wasn't it, drawing an otter? What have we got to do? That's right, we've got to sign our drawing. I'm going to do mine over this side. So I'm going to do my full signature today. Rob Biddulph, like that. And our artwork is complete, isn't it? What do you think? Good? Does it pass muster? I hope so. I actually showed some children how to draw this back in last summer. I did lots of live events in Whipsnade Zoo where they have got some otters, and I showed lots of groups of children how to draw this otter in this nice outdoor stage that they had there, and it went down really, really well. So I've decided to record the video for you guys today because I thought it was a really, really cute one. Oh, do you know what else I'm going to do? I'm just going to add 3 little claws on each paw, like that. And I know that's only a tiny thing, but I just think these details, they all sort of contribute to the final thing, don't they? There we go, just a little bit more personality. I'm just going to go over the top of the tops of my feet like that to bring them a bit forward. And there we go. Just tidy up the end of that tail, like so. And we're done. So yes, that, guys, is how you draw an otter. Now, I really want to see your drawings. I don't know whether you coloured your otters in actual otter colours, or maybe you've done all sorts of different colours, I don't know, but whatever, I want to see your drawing. So what you need to do is get somebody to take a picture of your drawing and then post it online using this hashtag, #DrawWithRob. That way I will get to see it. If you're watching on Facebook, you can just comment below this post with a picture of your picture, and I'll get to see it that way too. What else? If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on. That way you'll get to see when a brand new video is coming out before anybody else. And also, if you subscribe to my newsletter via my website, just go to this website here and click and put in your email address, then you will get sent an email when a new video is coming out and when a new book is coming out and when a live event is happening, because I might be in a town near you very soon. We can actually meet in person, which would be huge fun. But apart from that, I think that's everything that I've got to tell you. Now listen, guys, I hope you've had fun. I certainly have. I'm going to be back very soon with a brand new episode of Draw with Rob. In the meantime, guys, keep those pencils sharpened, keep on drawing, keep on reading, and take care. Bye bye. Everyone, it's Rob here, and I'm delighted to tell you about my brand new My First Draw with Rob activity book, and it is this one, Vehicles. So it is full of literally every vehicle that you can imagine. Yes, there are diggers. Yes, there are cars. Yes, there are bicycles. There are trains, aeroplanes, helicopters, boats, submarines, even rocket ships. You name it. It is in this book. There are pages where you have to do some colouring. There's bits where I start the drawing off and you guys have to finish the drawing. There are lots of puzzles, and of course there are lots of draw-alongs too, with lovely frames for you to do your drawings in. So listen, if vehicles are your thing, you should check this book out. I think you're going to like it.